Hi, this is Jim Becker, and welcome back to Catholic Charities online training program. Today, this section, we're going to be talking about contacts. How do you manage your contacts in Google Mail? And so that's actually very easy. And the key things within contacts that we'll be covering in this session is how do you create a contact? How do you add a contact to a group? How do you go about creating a group of multiple people and then be able to use that group to be able to send out an email address? And then also, how can you identify duplications as well as be able to merge those together? So let's get started. Over here, where you see the mail, is we're going to click on there, and we're actually going to click on contacts. And if we don't have any contacts loaded, this will look a lot smaller. In this case, we already have all the Catholic Charity staff pretty much already loaded in there. And remember, when you're sending emails to your contacts, when you send the email, a copy of that does get imported into your contacts. So you might have many more other contacts loading into your contact manager. You may not be aware of it. So within here, you'll see that we have our My Contacts area in the left-hand side, and then we have some groups that I've already created here. I get to see who I've most contacted, who might I otherwise be contacting, and then this directory. This directory actually is the Catholic staff directory that we can access. All of us can very quickly to be able to look up a contact within the company. Or we can create a new group, or we can import contacts. Importing contacts and exporting I'll cover in a later session. So let's create a new contact. Click on the new contact button, and then we'll go ahead and we'll just add a name, and I'll just go ahead and I'll just add myself and put in a title and say training coordinator and Catholic Charities. Right, so you can put in a title. You can then go through and you can start adding in whatever information that you need, whether it be work or home numbers or emails or whatever it might be. This upper block is for your email address. And then the lower blocks here are your phone numbers. And then this, when it says physical address, that means your physical address. Also, if there's any other blocks that you would like to add that's beyond this, you can actually click on the add box and you'd have many other options here that you could choose from. Or you can create your own custom box if you needed to. Something might be like a date or something like that of importance. This would be information that would be saved again in your contact manager. So we can go through and we can see here we've identified that we've made some changes, and those changes automatically get saved. After about 10 seconds it starts auto saving your profiles. You can either say that new data was found, you can undo those, you can undo the last change. If you come over here and if I start typing and say you'll see over here in the upper right hand corner it'll say save now. So this hasn't been saved yet, so before I leave I could hit the save now button and not have to wait for that auto save function. But also if I go over here and I go to I'm going to go over to my next contacts, it's going to go ahead and automatically save what I just put in. And now if I go down and if I go up to my search bar, because I have many contacts, and I want to go look for Jim. But then here I have 4 entries for Jim Becker, and if you notice, each of them has a different email address. Well, this could be somewhat complicated when it comes to managing your contacts, that whole duplicate entry thing. So what I can do is I can go in and I can check these boxes on the left hand side, come up here into the More category, and I can actually merge all those contacts. As long as I know that these are all the same Jim Becker, I can go ahead and merge those contacts. In this case, I am the same person. And now all of those information are all in the same one. As you can see here in the contact system, is I have all the email addresses listed right here, as well as the mobile and the work number. None of them had a physical address put into it. But if you notice, the notes also were combined, as well as the profiles that were out there as well for the Catholic Charities, for Jim Becker, as well as my private JB2 Photo Gmail. So now all that information has been consolidated into one with just simply by a couple clicks of a button. And it makes it much easier for me to go and be able to do that and manage my contacts. Let's talk about groups. So I want to create a new group. I want to put a new group here, and I want to call this training. Now, these are individuals that were within the organization that are currently in training that I'm working with individually. If you look over here on the left hand side, you will see that the training group is now there, but if you notice, there's no number next to it because nobody's been assigned to it. So what I can do is go ahead, click on training, and go ahead and click 3, 2, 1. So you'll see over here that the training link is showing up as a group, but there's no number next to it. It's because nobody's been assigned to it. What I would need to do is go into the My Contacts section, and then go ahead and identify the individuals. Go ahead and put check boxes next, check the boxes next to their names. And then what I do is I go up here into this group category on the action bar, click on groups, and you'll see that I can go and I can create a new one, or I can go ahead and assign them to training. Now it's important to note that these individuals that I checked, they also show up in the My Contacts area. That's the catch-all area for all contacts. Many of them are already assigned to the Catholic Charity staff. Some of them are actually categorized with my tag as counselors. None of them have the IT staff, but it is an available group as well as training. So I'm going to go ahead and put them into the training group. And as you'll see over here, I now have training. I've got 5 people in there as it is. Those are the ones that I selected. And it's added another label. And that's pretty much what this is. It's just like when we're doing labels with email. This is now basically categorizing and using labels. And you can have, as you can see, multiple labels for individuals. Makes it really nice, especially when you have people that are maybe different committees or something like that. And we want to be able to quickly be able to communicate with them. Now, creating a group does a great thing for you, especially when it comes towards sending out an email. So let's go back over into the email, and I'm going to hit compose. So what I can do is I go ahead and start typing training, and it automatically populates up, and it's going to ask me, do I want training as in the training at CCBIV or training as the group, and I want the group. So I go ahead, click the group, and it automatically puts all the email addresses and the contact information in the to box. Simply by typing in the name of the group, I can then go ahead and send my message. That is all for now. Thank you very much. I hope this has been informative for you. If you have any questions, please bring those to the forum. I look forward to talking to you soon.